Welcome to another series of Let's Play. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and I wanted to just pull this guy out. I played a Wild Arms game about a couple years ago, and it was Wild Arms called Ultra Code F, and it got a lot of popular comments. A lot of people are glad I did it, because nobody really does these games very often or very thoroughly. Not that that's true or anything. I've not really done the research. That's just what people have told me. So I thought it'd be fun to pull this game out. It came out on PlayStation 1 back in 2000, maybe 2001 in Europe, and like 1999 in Japan. It's the sequel to Wild Arms 1. Now, to give you guys a heads up, this is a PlayStation 1 game. This isn't where is it? New game. This isn't a PlayStation 2 remake like the first one, so the graphics are a little dated, and the story is a little convoluted. The other Wild Arms games some people argue are better than 2, whereas 2 had a lot of cool things in it, but the story climax is not as big. I disagree. I think it's actually quite a good Wild Arms game, and, so I thought I'd give it a whirl and get some Wild Arms 2 in, so hold on to your butts for a Western-themed RPG game known as Wild Arms 2. My nipples are hard just thinking about it. Let's get going. Bitch on a mountaintop. I wish my cape fluttered in the wind. Wild Arms. Second ignition. Yeah, second ignition. I say that to all the women while I'm sleeping with them. I'm ready for round 2. Hey, babe, time for me and my second ignition. Oh, yeah. Alright, enough of that. Dude, traveling through desert. We don't know why, but he's traveling through desert. Wait, what? He's traveling through desert. That's all you need to know. And what do we got here? Bitch with an eye patch. We could always easily assume she was just skull-fucked to death. I don't want to get into the details, but I'll leave the rest to you guys. God, I like this music. If I were a pro wrestler, this would be my entryway music. If I was a luchador. Not a WWF wrestler. If I was a luchador. Nah, this isn't luchador quality. It's a little too epic adventure, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm talking during the intro themes and stuff, just as a heads up, and if you are a fellow Let's Player, just as a heads up, a reason a lot of us have to talk, and because I get complaints that I'm talking during like great musical things and stuff. Too bad. A lot of the gameplay people on YouTube are getting banned and sued because they're not giving enough original material to their Let's Play videos, which means talking. So we now all have to talk a lot. And the only reason this came up was I had some viewers complain to me obnoxiously over it. So just as a heads up, that's why we do it. Go watch a walkthrough video on some other website, because a lot of the walkthrough videos are being taken down in mass droves. I already had to defend some of my Grandia videos. My Grandia 1 videos. Anyway, let's get started. So, we get to choose between these three idiots. Characters. And we're going to just start with a young man ready for action. Sounds like the intro to a porno. Let's get going. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the details. I'm a young man ready for action. Boing. Nice fucking truck. It's got a 56-gallon tank and it runs on natural Dragon Diesel. Dragon Diesel? It'll make sense later, I assure you. There is actually a reference to that in this game. Don't think too much into it. Just don't do it. It'll make sense later. You know how the kidnappers are holding the boy hostage, do you now? So withered ruins. tell Grandma to spread her legs open. It's called the same thing, the Withered Ruins. Time for a final mission check. Hear about that newly formed special unit? Yeah, I heard. They go to that little room on the other side of campus and get extra help with their homework. What are you babbling about? Talking about softcore porn. And we're musketeers, and you know. And your default name is Ashley. Could call him Sex Machine or Cocksmoker, but we'll just go with Ashley just because it's easier. It's people like you who are most dangerous in the field. How are we dangerous in the field? What a jackass. When the hostage is held, it's critical to secure the safety of the hostage first. Okay, so there's apparently a hostage in this place. Some guys, I guess, kidnapped someone. And they're sending in the musketeers to save the day. So let's get to it. Well, we're in the Withered Ruins. And our first act is to loot it. Goods, glorious goods. Goods, wonderful goods. Just really quick, I wanted to lower my recording screen here. See if that... Yeah, give me better frame rate already. It's a joke, guys. Alright. Head down and around. Grab this, and that's a mini carrot. So the Gimel coin and the mini carrot, really quickly. The Gimel coin lets you restart battles you lost. It costs you a Gimel coin to restart the battle from the beginning. I don't recommend doing that. There's enough save points before boss battles in a game that you shouldn't really have to use very many Gimel coins, if any. And mini carrots restore FP. There's no MP in this game. And it takes a certain amount of FP to use a skill. Such as... like, we'll look at Ashley's skills here. Like, it takes... well, he doesn't have any, actually. He doesn't have any skills that require FPs yet, except Accelerator. So, what it is as battles rage on... whoops, don't need to be in there. As battles rage on, when you take damage and dish out damage, you get FP. And so FP is like something that builds up over time. You don't have a lot of control over it. You're kind of at the mercy of it. Easiest thing to do is really just... you know, fight enemies until you build it up high enough to do what you need your abilities to, your skills to do. Mini carrots will build them up automatically as the cost of an item, and there's usually two types: a mini carrot and a full carrot. A large carrot and a full carrot, actually. Mini carrots give you 25 FP. I think large carrots or middle carrots give you, and I don't even think there are those in Wild Arms 2. I think that's in Wild Arms 3, but I think they give you 50. And then full carrots give you full. I think this game only has mini and full though, so just as a heads up. This jackass fell down here. I was surprised that he was like, "Whoa!" when he threw. Whoa! I don't shout "whoa" when I usually throw my daggers. So just saying. And we get our first tool. So if you remember in Wild Arms 1, tools are used to solve puzzles, and that's about it. Solve puzzles. This game is known for having a notorious amount of puzzles, which is fine. I like them. There's a lot of people who flat out just cannot stand them. I think they're great. It's a nice change to RPGs where you just walk around dungeons all the time. You gotta stay on your toes in this game. Keeps you nimble. Keeps you limber. Doesn't even make any sense. I know it doesn't. Shut up. Alright, let's go ahead and head down and in. In we go into the darkness. Ow, I ran into a wall. And skadoosh. That'll open up our next little door. And we're thrown into our first battle. Battles in here, like I said, play much like original Final Fantasy, or if you saw the first Let's Play of Wild Arms, it's the same shtick. Our first goal before making sure we finish this dungeon is to get Ashley to level 2 plus a little bit of XP on top of that. The reasoning for this is because we want to try and finish all of our characters off at level 3 in their prologue. That way they're all very close to the same level. They're not going to be exact, but you kind of want them as close to the same level as possible. And the third intro character that we'll do in this series for their prologue hers is usually the hardest to do. I hate to say it, but it is. I'll check something here. Okay, so those orange crystals are mostly useless. When you grab them, they refill your HP bar, so you don't really have to have them unless you're wounded. And don't use healing items unless you really have to in a battle. The reason is because there's a finite amount of them. In other words, there's not a lot. And there's a tendency of people blowing all their healing items on trivial shit. I hate to say it. And I'm guilty of it too. Because most RPG games, you can go to item shops and buy them. You can't buy heal berries in a Wild Arms game. At least not until I think the third or fourth, the fourth or fifth one. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people really stopped having a big interest in Wild Arms games. Was for that reason, because it's like, what? I can buy healing items? You couldn't do that in the other ones. You had to grow them and farm them yourself, and you couldn't even do that till like halfway through the game. So as you can see, these are probably the most dangerous enemies here are the Sturges. It could be recommended that you run from them if you have to. You shouldn't have to, though. I believe when we level up, we get our HP refilled. But we'll find a lot of blue gemstones on the way to the end of the dungeon here, so I'm not too worried about healing yet. So we finished the enemy off. Shitty XP, which is going to happen. It's just the nature of the beast. There's an enemy down here called the Gargison or Gaugusin or Glugison or whatever the fuck it wants to call itself. They're actually a really good source of Gela. You can get 50 Gela a kill, and you can fight them in pairs. You get 10 XP a kill on them too, so they're actually pretty good for XP. So if you need to grind a little bit, for whatever reason, go ahead. I don't recommend power grinding because this game actually has a mechanic in it that makes it so you don't have to grind a lot. And so I usually detour other players from doing it because it's not necessary. There are items called Lucky Cards, and don't worry, in this Let's Play, I'll tell you when to use them. I promise. I won't leave you astray. But you don't use them in every battle. You definitely don't use them in every boss battle. So just a heads up there. Alright, we're gonna have to use a heal berry, I think. Oh, we leveled. Just to make sure we healed all the way up. If not, we'll have to use a healing berry. No, we didn't. Okay, use a heal berry. Don't mind. Normally I don't fight Sturges in this dungeon. Once in a blue moon you notice that you do, but whatever. Alright, so this room has no battles, but it has falling blocks. So if you walk around it a certain way, you can avoid falling to your doom. Just kidding, when you fall you just go back to the entrance, and I don't think you take damage either. I usually don't fall very much in these games. And even if I think I did take damage, it's trivial amounts. But for falling, usually you don't take damage. You just have to start the room over. Unless it drops you to a lower level, which some dungeons do. This dungeon does not. At least not here. So you see one of the rocks fell there. So they're a little generous. They kind of tell you when it's coming up, but they still will screw you if they can. Alright. So up and down. We get to our save point. I'm going to save over my little demo game from earlier when I was testing to make sure the game played well. I just played through one of the scenarios. Alright, load. There we go. Yay! About 10 minutes in. Nice. I just used a heal berry, didn't I? Now I feel guilty. Haven't run into an enemy and I get a whole bunch of these. We're gonna get more in here too. Wouldn't have been enough for full health anyway, so it's pretty pointless. We're at level 2. What do we need to level? What's our next to level? Next is 54. Okay. Alright, we don't need to meander. Don't bother going down that side, just go over here. And one of the tricks with Ashley's tool... Whoop, damn it. One of the tricks for Ashley's tool... So yeah, falling doesn't take damage, you just have to restart. The trick with Ashley's tool here that a lot of people mess up with, they remind you here, so you should be remembering later, it bounces off walls and it falls downward. So, that's the solution to some puzzles that some people can't figure out for God knows what reason. They're not that hard. Down here, grab a strength apple, which you might be tempted to use now. I actually highly advise against it. And we're gonna actually save a lot of our apples till later, much later in the game. When we kind of know really the balancing of what our characters need and what we need them to do. No! At least it's not 9 and 10 damage. It's like 6 and 6. Yeah, that's not very much. No, we're not going to get any more healing items, but I don't mind using another heal berry if my HP gets a little low. Die! Die! I'm gonna kill this bastard as well. This bastard. Kill me. No, really, just kill me now. Heal berry. Oh, cool, we got a heal berry out of it. Now I don't feel as bad. Now I feel so much better. Oh, my goodness. Alright, go ahead and use that heal berry, because you don't want to go into a boss battle wounded. I mean, you could be kind of, you know, boss, but no point. Alright, so we found the den, the lair. Bring comfort to our lives. Yeah, failed at that, didn't you? Real man would do something. Hey, Gurg. God, these guys' names are just horrible. For much thought, it's clear that kidnapping isn't our answer. Well, yeah, well, doesn't mean they listen to you, does it? I'm sure you will. Orphans, they're hilarious. So your hopes and dreams all washed up because he happens to be an orphan. The poor orphan boy. Okay, so we're here to save him. We're telling him to do something, and it's Rick James, bitch! We'll just leave it Tony. I don't feel like making goofy names for this game playthrough. As fun as I'm sure it would be, I'll restrain myself. Alright, so all we need is the Benny Hill theme to play in the background as Tony does the following. It's kind of funny these guys can't catch a kid who's pretty much tied up. And of course the dumb kid does something even dumber. Welcome to Nickelodeon's Legends of the Hidden Temple. This child, in order to win his family a trip to, I don't know, somewhere funny, Madagascar, he's got to outrun the following. Come weighing in at 3 tons, speaks 6 languages, and fists you with fury. Sealed monster weapon, Calibus. Yeah, so all the bad bosses in this game get that little intro, which I always thought was pretty cool. I think they got rid of it eventually, and I was kind of sad. It's one of those little things that nobody else really did it. Except maybe in a Zelda game on Nintendo 64 when they started doing it, but that's about it. Uh-oh. Incoming! Run! And he's gonna go because all men equal more food. And why Ashley does this, I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, watch out for the tail! As we now escape, all we need is some action music. Da 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 do 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 do. Barbecue sauce. That monster was released by accident. Yeah. Highly volatile liquid explosives have been found in the monster's secretions. Great. So it poops explosives. It's like me after Del Taco. Great. We're gonna blast this thing to smithereens. Totally gonna be a dick and do it. I'll take full responsibility. I like how these guys always say they're gonna take full responsibility in like movies and in games and stuff, and they never take full fucking responsibility. It's always the asshole that, you know, has to save the day to keep that dude's ass out of trouble, and that dude just, you know, gets, what a bitch. You'll see what I mean in a moment. I'm sure it's gonna happen here. Pretty sure it actually does. I can't let you do it. Blow it out your ass, sir. Everyone else here doesn't want that to happen. Our heart should be one. Please order those remaining in the ruins to evacuate, even if I can manage to stall the time. Okay, bring it, bitch. In our first boss battle. Boss battles in this game are more structured than others. Many of the bosses, not all of them, but many of them have multiple body parts that you can attack. So attacking the main body is not recommended because you can get more XP, more Gela, and better item drops from the boss if you kill the variable body parts, which we're going to do. So let's go ahead and start this. May as well. We don't have enough FP to use that weapon yet, so melee attack on the arms here. Each of these arms give about 25 to 30 XP, I think. I think it's 25. And the main body gives 50. I think if you only kill the main body, you only get 50. Whereas if you kill all the body parts, you actually will get a full 100 XP. Which is actually a lot. Early parts of the game. Let's go ahead and start using our little shot weapon here. We're going to go ahead and take out the first arm so he can't do this attack to us. Which is the crossblade claw. It's a little on the devastating side, so you want to stop him from being able to use that as quickly as possible. Nice. So his one claw, I believe, is done. So you can see he kind of shifted it to the side. When you hit about 30 HP, you'll want to definitely pop a heal berry because he could kill you. Especially if you're still level 1, which you shouldn't be. You should be like level 3. Alright, for the second arm, we're not going to kill it all the way. We're going to get it down to about 150 XP, or HP rather. Each arm has about 200 HP, not much more than that. So you definitely don't want to kill the arm. The reason why is if you kill both arms up front, all he'll do is his laser breath attack, which is his strongest attack. It can do about almost 30 damage to you. That's a lot of damage to take this early in the game, so you definitely don't want to, you know, have that being the only attack that hits you. So now that that's done, let's whittle the main body down. The main body has about 400 HP, so keep an eye on how much you do. But we'll probably shoot 3 big bullets at him, and then finish off the arm, then finish off the boss. As long as you're level 2, I'm pretty sure you'll always be faster than the boss as well. So this boss isn't too tough, he's kind of a bitch. That or I'm about to make him my bitch. Either way. So we've done 101 damage to the main body. Let's whittle it down a little bit more. Blammo! We have 206. Shoot weapon, 206. This will be 3 something or other. So 313, I think. So we're at 313. We're also going to hit him with a melee attack. And then we're going to take out his arm. Then we're going to take out the boss and end this battle. Accelerator, if you're wondering, I could use it. It makes it so Ashley attacks before everybody. But since Ashley already attacks before everything in this battle, it's not a big deal. Oops. I'm going to kill the arm off first. I meant to kill the main body. So now you're going to see what I'm talking about. All he does is laser breath. He won't even... There's not even a chance in hell he'll do the claw attack. So, you know what we'll do is we'll use our last bullet on the body. That way we don't have to waste 2 rounds trying to kill it. And the battle is won. He wasn't so tough. Nice. Okay, so we got stuffs. And yeah, so you get big berries for killing him. I think you get 2. I wasn't paying attention to what I got. I was making sure I was getting good FPS. But I believe you get 2 big berries. And, you know, not a hard battle. Definitely not a hard battle. All these intro battles are going to be pretty easy anyway. So don't worry too much about them. All you have to do is make sure you kill lots of bad guys. Damn right, we saved everybody. For some reason we had a black screen there. But yeah, saved everybody. And took matters into my own hands. Giggity. So we'll be forthcoming. Until then, you're under house arrest. Great, I can sit and watch cartoons all day and play video games and get drunk off of fucking sake. I got a bottle of black and gold sitting up here, man. Get fucked up. I also got a bottle of Tokabetsu Genmai sake, which will be delicious. I get stuff imported because I'm picky about what I drink. You know, if I'm drinking sake. If I drink scotch, I import it from Scotland. I'm picky. What can I say? I have high tastes. I don't know. High standards. I won't even drink fucking Coors Light. Get that shit out of my face. It's gotta be a Scottish or Irish stout. Alright. No one wants to see anyway. So we get it. So Ashley's kind of I don't want to call him a bitch, but he's all about making sure that everyone lives. No casualties. He's, you know, you're pretty much your main ideal hero. Can't really say much more than that. He's a hero. Alright, so we'll get a chance to save here, which we will gladly do. Save. We're at 24 minutes into the game, not including the intro. And so we've got 2 more characters left. A sorcerer's just getting started, and a former hero, now war criminal. So on the next episode of Let's Play Wild Arms 2, we'll find out what this former hero is all about. We'll see you guys there.